goes in. Not compacted yet. Got a little gap for utilities there. Let's give it a measure. Yeah. After compaction, should be about 200 mil. This bit's higher than the actual entrance, so this is going to have to be brought down. I want to put an aqua drain or something on here, just so we can collect water, and then do something with French drain or something along here, just to hedge the bets. The soakaway is going to go over there, so there'll be a downpipe here, probably a downpipe there, going across to a soakaway. This digger's just chewing up the garden because we've not had any rain, proper rain, for like 3 months, or hardly any rain over 3 months. It's just ripping all the grass up. It's just like mossy dead grass getting decimated. This is where the soakaway is going to go, so that's what we're going to get dug up eventually. Yeah, and these not tighten that, but it's obviously not the rebar. We're getting A393 rebar, which I think is 10 mil, with 2 layers of it. So I'm not entirely sure where this fits in. So tomorrow they're going to be whacking this down, putting the grid on. Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday, building control. Pour it on Saturday. So they put in this, basically it's a control joint. It wasn't specified, but the guy was like, you should have it every 6 meters, and this is 9, so he's put in at 4.5. So this is basically floor height. He spent a long time levelling all this, and putting in with cement. So it's basically 2 4.5 by 7 meter slabs. That's the door. So this is basically in the middle of one vehicle being parked, or slightly to the left. I'm always worried about these in terms of trolley jacks moving over, getting caught. It's quite funny how wavy and uneven this all is. You know, we've got different layers here, because it's like one sheet there, cut-offs here, and 2 layers of it. Obviously we've kind of got 3 there because it's overlapping. And that one right over there is proper high. And it dips down there and it's high, and here it's all undulating. It's not all tied together because he said he might do that tomorrow. But bits like that, you've got so much steel in one area. Doesn't feel right to me, but I mean, you need an overlap. You need the overlap. That's one coming that way, one coming that way. But yeah, it's me and my fastidiousness. You have to know how to relax. It's the next day. This is about 24 hours before the pour, so you'll see the sun. It's not bad. The sun's going to come around that way, so it'll be shaded for the first part of the morning. Anyway, I forgot to talk about this. This has been bolted through the lintels there, and that's going to give a bit of a lip. The roller door is going to come down into about here, and then that'll be a bit of a recess just to stop any water that gets underneath the door, because this is the prevailing wind direction. Should stop the water getting blown across the floor. So that's how they've done that. He was expecting it to be down here and to build shuttering across and then shuttering in like that. But the builder, the main contractor, was the person that specified this with the bricklayers. So the groundworker was not expecting that. And to be honest, I think it would have been better, because now we're going to have the DPM lipping over here. We've got this with drill holes. There's a different material. So it would have been better if it was all cast as part of the floor, but there we go. It's not the end of the world. The contractor didn't come around today, but building control did. I've just seen it on the time lapse. Some guy wandered in and on a phone, and apparently that's good enough. So I'm kind of thinking, what the hell did he actually inspect if he just turns up, walks around on a phone, and like he walked along there and back and just left? I think that has evened it out a bit. It's still a bit high right there. A bit of a low bit here. This is one of the high bits. I've got ones there, there and there. I think I'll take that one and move it to here. Right, I'm not going to play around with it anymore. It's tomorrow's crunch day. Pretty early. Weather looks good. When they start pouring, it'll be about 13 degrees. This is the forecast. Might get up to 21 by early afternoon. So pretty good, and it's going to be dry. No rain. Although there will be the breeze and the bright sun will be wanting to dry the slab. So I'll be armed with the hose pipe. Slab's all done, looking good. Now I know what the power floated finish is like. A couple of swirly bits. There you can see it in the. It's generally pretty flat, not too many big puddles. It's peeling off a bit down the entrance. I think that lip is not going to survive. So no chance of walking on it yet. Be interesting whether it's worth a grind. Yeah, whether it's worth grinding. Well, some of that's pretty damn smooth, to be honest. A couple of ridges. I could get a marble finish with it. I'm gonna have to decide that. Do I want to? Now we start some watering. Alright. Let's get on with the rest of my day. It's been about 2 hours since they finished. See where the low spots are. There. At least 2 of them are near the door, which is great news. So you can always at least brush them out, and then we've got a low spot around here. You see all the hard water residue. Got feelings I'm going to flake and chip away. Glad it's not sunny today. I mean, it's even that's drying off. I mean, those are the high spots. So it's even dried out again. I mean, got it wet about 15 minutes ago. I do want to stop the pooling. It's pooling there. Actually, this puddle will probably drain through that. I don't really want standing water, so let's try and remove this. Mass flow. Found this squeegee thing. Don't really want concrete sitting in puddles of water. I just want it to be damp or moist. I've thought about this being a problem now because the door's probably going to slide down here, so about there. So I might have to carve that off. Honestly, could not got any better weather conditions than this. There's absolutely no wind. It's overcast. It's not too hot, not too cold. It's probably about 20 degrees at the moment. It's not been sunny most of the day, so this is dried out, but what time is it now? I sprayed it at 5:30. It's now 10 quarters to 7, so an hour and a quarter ago. That's been, and I've got rid of the puddles. I think it's a good thing. Doing so, it's just been knocking the top off some of these ridges. I think that's what I'm going to do next. Just take some of the top off of these, just so it's a slightly smoother surface. Will I grind them or not? Will I grind it? Don't know. That's a decision to make, but at the moment, yeah, it's great. So I'll keep this watered tomorrow, and then it's going to be probably raining beginning of next week, which is ideal because then you won't get all this hard water staining. I've got rid of a lot of the high spots. It's just bits of gravelly stuff. What have you? Let's do. Watch out! Ooh, 24 hours now since they finished. Looking good. I've been watering it all day, probably once an hour, through the middle of the day once an hour, because it basically dries off in about 20 minutes. It's been 22 degrees today, full sun, 50% humidity, so you can't get much more drying weather in the UK than that. But yeah, it sort of dries off within 20 minutes, and I'll water every hour. It's funny how it's all different sort of colours now, down around this area. And it's not because of that over there is the hard water, calcium. Final blockwork's in. It's going to be timber from now on. I didn't get a chance to film this because we're pretty much done in an hour and a half. So I was out and then didn't have a chance to put it up. Changes the puddles a bit. There's a big puddle over there. I've just swept all this out. I need to work out some kind of fall here because it's pooling, particularly in that bit on there. I think what I'm going to do anyway is probably put some kind of screed over this so it'll just cover the whole thing, and then maybe paint it. We'll see. There's something to think about a lot later, but I've started researching floor coverings, epoxy, polyaspartic, polyurea, blah blah blah, whatever it is. And I've been round and scraped off all the mortar around the edge, just so I know I'm probably going to have to fill in a few gaps as well, but I'm going to have to be sealing this if I want it to be kind of watertight all the way around. Yeah, and this side was draining to the outside, and this is now a puddle. I can't believe how quick they got the blocks up. Water's still wet. I'm not quite sure, to be honest, about the strength, because you've got, essentially, if the stud walls are bolted to that, that's stuck on mortar on DPM. I don't think they put a DPC. The ground worker said the DPC will go there, but I'm assuming the DPC will go here, right under the timber. That's what I would expect. I think they're going to bolt the stud work into the blocks, but then what's holding the blocks down, because it's on DPM. So I'm wondering whether it's going to need the stud walls into the actual slab, just for belt and braces, because I don't want this thing blowing away. I don't have much confidence at the moment that that's engineered properly. The other aspect, so I told them this is basically a 900mm wide door. They've done it 700. I don't know why. The builder actually turned up, the main contractor actually turned up this morning whilst they were here, and I didn't have a chance to go out and talk to them. But he knows it's 900 wide. This is a standard UK door, 765, 76 centimetres. This is 70. So I don't know what they're going to do there. It's in the right position at least, but whether they're going to angle grind it later. Anyway, that's I'm sure there's method to the madness. I do have the door. The door's arrived. I'm going to have to get in here as soon as they're done, pretty much, because I want to get the vehicles in. That'll probably be October. You'll get stormy, nasty weather, and I'm going to get rid of the tents, but otherwise I'll put the vehicles in and they're just going to start dropping oil, and that complicates the floor painting process. I know I can cover that, but then, you know, there's all sorts of stuff. Plus I need to paint it before I move everything in, so it's better if I just do it as soon as possible after everyone's finished, after the structure's up. Question's whether I grind it. Don't think I should. Yeah, I could get a hand grinder and just go over this. I know someone who's got one. Just to take the ridges off. It's like a millimetre, if that, but I think it'll be fine. Yeah, pretty damn solid, this thing. No cracks, well, apart from the only cracking is on the expansion joint. You can't see it that well at the moment because it's full of dust, but basically that line, it's good that it's smooth as well, because you're not going to get any trolleys. It's probably a couple of millimetres of concrete over the top of that, but yeah, that's the only crack I can see. And the other one's around here, which is no big deal, around the pipe. But yeah, it's come out well. I've been watering it basically hourly or 2 hourly for 3 days, so it should be now at 40% of its strength, getting stronger every day. And now it's rainy as well, so I don't have to water it anymore. Well, here's a little treat for you. This is 3 months after the slab was laid. Just to prove the cracking situation, this is the control joint. It has opened up a bit more. You see that there, and you can see, you know, jumps from one side of the divider to another. But that is the only cracking that's happened on this slab. It, I didn't say before, or any other time, but this is C40 concrete. It's bloody strong. I specified C35 because I wanted it to be strong for the lift. The contractor chose C40, so even stronger. He said it goes off quicker. So if you can imagine, they arrived at 6 a.m. Concrete was poured at 7 a.m. They left at 3 p.m. So from their perspective, it's better to buy a higher grade of concrete that goes off quicker, and it's a shorter day for them. If they hadn't power floated this, they would have been around for, you know, 3 hours, just float it and be done with it. But they have to wait for the concrete to go off, so they were sat around for quite a while just waiting for the power floating to start. So it made sense to them to get a higher grade of concrete. Anyway, C40, that is 40 megapascals or 40 newtons of compressive strength per square millimetre. It's the kind of stuff they make bridges out of. The guy said you could land a jumbo jet on this slab. So yeah, 8 inches thick, 200 millimetres, C40 concrete with 2 layers of 10mm rebar in. This slab is pretty damn strong. So C40 concrete is 5,800 PSI concrete. Yeah, that is strong, but it's a lovely finish. Anyway, that's just a little jump into the future. I'm not going to show you the rest of the building because you're going to have to wait and see how the other videos unfold.